Alright, so I've got a Switch Joycon thing that in my infinite wisdom I thought I would destroy, not realizing how expensive they were. I'll show you what I did. No laughing. So I did this. Eh? Yeah, rather than going out to my two 3D printers and spending an hour or less printing the right piece, I wrecked the Joy-Con. Now I have to try and fix the Joy-Con. So today we'll be doing that, and then somehow remembering how to put it all back together again. I'm drinking water now, not those energy drinks, so you don't have to judge me anymore. So, what we need to do is figure out how to get rid of that. As you can see on the microscope, I've used, let me get my pointing device. I've used one of those, what are they, UV drying things, bonding things, and I've used heaps of it. And it's rock hard, so I don't know what I'm going to do. But I think first we need to desolder these, and that way we won't damage the pins. So, let's get some flux. Let's get the, oh god, too much flux. It's coming out everywhere. Okay. Now we've got way too much flux. We need to get the handy dandy soldering iron. Soldering. So I found this one's not too bad, that cheap Horsby one I was saying in my other video. As long as it's not unleaded solder. The minute it's leaded, unleaded, it does not work. So, where are we? Sizzle. How am I gotta try and push it as I do it, I suppose. I don't know. How am I gonna do this? What I need is I don't know what I need. It should be painfully obvious by now. I need an extra set of hands. Alright, what if we do this and then push that in there while we heat it up? Alright. That's one off. Now we do the same again. Kind of. With these picks are so handy, yeah. It's a cheap blackhead kit off AliExpress. It's about the only thing good off AliExpress I bought. The rest have been absolute junk that's made me want to cry. This isn't working. Now, can we put it behind there? That might work. So if we got it behind there, and I gently, nope. What about if we put it there, and nope, just, yeah, that'll work. Hang on, is it already off? Might already be off, actually. It's a cheap microscope. It works, but sometimes a picture isn't that great. Hopefully you don't witness me stuff this up completely. Seems to be off, doesn't it? So what we'll do, lift. That is off. Wait, is it? no other one, is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, that is off. Cool. Now I need to get this one off completely. Just so it's out the way of these delicate pins. Because there we go. If I stuff up these pins, I am screwed. Alright. We've done that part. Now, try again. I was thinking if we could just, I'll put it under the different, this one. If we could just get this and give it a little pull. Aha! That is like that, but I think we need to clean out in here still. Here. So what I'll do, get my handy dandy device. Bought this off AliExpress as well. Literally like $4 or $5, and this thing is great. I will attempt to grind some of this nonsense away. I don't know. So I'll try and keep it in frame, eh? I'm not really sure how much I have to, oh, Jesus, how much I need to do for it to be able to slot back in. So let's, first of all, give it a clean. Get all that flux. Who gives a flux if that's not me? That was a stupid joke. Alright. It appears, let's check under the scope of many micros, that still looks dirty and crap. But the good thing is without the microscope, it looks perfect. Alright, let's give it a bit of a try to get those chunks off. Look at that. It's funny, they look so big on the microscope, but in reality they are miniature. Get a Kimtech white. Sort of a throwback from when I used to be a NBN tech. Alright, and we will give it a bit of a clean. Oh, that's looking good. Check this out. What do you think? We've got some junk under the pins still, I think. Where are we? Yeah, still got heaps of junk. There. Gonna have to get all that out. Last thing we want is flux all caught in there. I probably shouldn't use my AliExpress flux. It's thick, as you can see. It's like some sort of weird eye booger thing. Someone stole my isopropyl. There it is. Right, we'll go back to this one, and we will try again. Give that a clean. That's looking much better. Right. Now, I paid no attention when pulling this to bits as to what bit went where, so we have to figure out what goes where. So, I may speed bits this up later. That doesn't go like that. Now the dog's going to bark every time I'm trying to do something. He decides, oh, I'm going to bark at everything. All right. I really should have paid attention to how this came undone, because I have no idea. Not even a little bit of an idea. Not even the slightest idea. That was B, wasn't it? That B? I'm sure it was B. And now I've lost the B. B is under the desk. Apparently I don't have the right toes for grabbing a B. Hang on, it's getting further under the bloody desk as I go. Alright. Why does my face look so white in that camera all of a sudden? That's better. Alright, back to this. The B. Maybe that's not a B. I'm sure that's a B. Well, the B doesn't fit. Alright, maybe the B is there. No. I'm sure. Oh, it's upside down, isn't it? Wrong side. B goes there. Oh, look at that. Fits instantly. B, so A is here. Oh, look at that. A is, and what we got here? X. Was that there? Does that go there or not? I don't remember. The fact that it doesn't fit is probably a no. I mean, it looks like it should fit. Oh, there we go. Alright, so that leaves Y there. Buttons. Now we have... Really should have paid attention to how this comes undone. Tell you what I'm going to do, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I've got the iFixit guide up while I do this to try. Oh, the iFixit guide's gone. Hang on. To try and help as I go. Otherwise, I have no idea. I wasn't really watching when I did it. I just stripped it down thinking, oh, I'm going to mod my Switch. Only to find out that no, you're not, because you can't mod this Switch because the serial number is too high. As some of you might know, it's not going to work. Right, apparently this is an NFC card reader. Goes next. Alright, look at that. We're getting there. Now there's a black thing that goes up there, officially known as the IR sensor. So we've got the IR sensor next. So then, oh, we've got the board next. Alright, so the board. Now we're going to try and get these tiny ribbon cables in the board without wrecking it. So, wish me luck. Nope, it's not working. Yes. Oh no, don't bend it. Where would it go in? Am I doing something wrong? Where is that in? No. It just does not like me. Now that's in. Okay. We got one in. Now for the next one, there's no way I'm going to be able to grab that with my humongously large Simpson-like figure hands. So we will. All right. That's, why is that not going down? Ah, okay. That's two. Now we need to put in 2 screws of silver variety. Silver? And it appears I've lost a screw. Right. So push that down. Push that. So we push. Why is it not going down? That doesn't feel right. It's not right. What's not right? What have I done? Okay. Now we push it down. Alright. Now the buttons feel like buttons. So we screw in 2 screws. I guess it's one of these. Yeah, those buttons work beautifully. So does that button. Alright. Let me just show you. Look at that. Look at that. It's blurry. That's not very helpful, is it? Alright, here we go. That's done. Now what? Back to the iFixit guide. They are great if you've got things you need to do. Hit them up because they are super helpful. Oh, there's a big white thing. What? How is that? Oh, it's magnetic. So that goes like yay in there. And then we push that into the hole. Like so. Alright. That is the rumble pack. in case anyone was wondering. So I've done the ZIF connectors for those. Joystick liner. I left that on when I did it. So now we're going to put in the joystick, which is here. So that. Hang on, how do I get it out if it's not? You just push it in. So that goes like that. And then there should be 2 of these snazzy golden looking screws. So you want to put those in. 1. Trying to grab things with this thumb. So looking forward to getting the replacement joint. Not so much looking forward to the recovery. Now you want to push this into that carrier, clip, holder, you know what I mean, into that thing that things it. Alright, it's starting to look like a controller. All the buttons are working. So now we need to okay, so that's what that spring is for. This, I was wondering what that spring was. Luckily it didn't fly off into the abyss like it says. It literally says that on the instructions. So where's the spring go? Where does the spring go? Can we zoom in? Okay. The spring is this bad boy right here, and that's going to go in that gap. I'm hoping it's got like a hole in it to put it in. It does. Well, not a hole, what do you call it, a pushy thing. If we do that, alright, now I'm going to be extra careful that it doesn't go flying off in some weird angle. But I've still got a bit. What is this? Where's this go? I can't see it anywhere on the guide. I don't even know what it is. It's an aerial? Is it a wireless aerial? Bluetooth aerial? It doesn't show it on the guide. Do they not normally have these? Because every picture has... No? I don't know. I really can't see. And then I see the picture again and it's still not connected. Oh, hang on. Oh, there's another board here that might... I think I'm getting ahead of myself. So, we need to put the trigger back on. Then we need to get this part. And we don't have the lock button, so we need to... oh, hang on. Have I? Spring just flew out. I managed to save it, but I forgot to put the plus button in. So I've got to unscrew this. And it's not the guide's fault. The guide talks about it. It's my fault for skipping ahead. Try and get that plus button in. There we go. And I need the thing. What's that? I found another piece. I don't know what it is. I don't remember seeing those pieces. Do I even have those pieces? I never took them out. Okay, cool. That doesn't explain that gasket. What's that gasket for? I've got to pull it out again. Maybe not all the way. No, all the way. So make sure when you're doing this to pay lots of attention, otherwise you end up doing what I've done and stuffing up constantly. Let's get this out the way without ripping the gasket. I might just be able to move that, so that has to go on there. Plus button goes there. And all the buttons have fallen out. I'll probably fast forward a lot of this just so I don't bore you with my crap. With me stuffing up constantly. Although at least if you watch me making the mistakes, hopefully you won't make them when you come to it. But mistakes are how we learn, aren't they? Why won't this go in? You're an X. Just sit in like an X would. I don't get it. Right, the X is in. Stupid bloody gasket's in. Which way does this gasket go? Always? Wrong ways. Right, now if I push all that down gently, push that down. Oh my god, that gasket fell out again. That's on top, it's supposed to be on bottom. No, that's fixed. Okay, this is starting to annoy me now. And the plus has fallen out again. No, the plus is in again. Put this stupid gasket on. Why does it not? Yeah, that's on. That one there's on. They appear to be on. And this one's lifted up again. Alright, now in theory I can just push this down. Should be able to screw it back. Screw it back in. Screw it back in. And let's have a look. Home, buttons. Why does the plus button not feel right? Oh, it's not screwed down yet, that's why. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Oh no, my screen's gone. Alright, so we need to just those two screws. So that one must be neck. Alright. Now we've got this. But we need to put in the lock button, wherever that is. That's that bad boy. Which doesn't go that way. It appears to go that way. And then that sits on top, I think. Just, yep. It just sits on top. Yep, that's right. Okay. Now, is any of this rail, we didn't strip the rail completely, so I have to worry about that part. Is the rail screwed in? I don't know. Right, let's get this part on again. See if we can not launch it across the room. Right, so that's this part of the Joy-Con done for now. No, it's not. So what we'll do is we'll put the joystick in first before saying it's done. And the button flew off again. Luckily it didn't go into the abyss of eternal honking. Screw this up again. Like literally screwed up because I can't get it right. There. One. Get that in that ribbon holder thing. Yep. All right. You know what, I'm just going to leave that one because if I lose that thing, then it's gone, which is pretty obvious. But I still can't figure out where this goes. It just doesn't seem to be. I mean, it shows it there on a picture, but it doesn't show where it goes. It shows the battery. It shows to disconnect it, but okay. So we've got to put this on. Okay, so we have to connect this bloody spring of doom again. Try not to launch it across the room. And I think we need to carefully, very carefully, while holding that, peel that back and push. You know what? Take that out again for the 14th time. And we need to put this ribbon cable into that little holder. Without tearing anything, of course. Alright. So now that slides in there. Let's put this spring bit on for the 14th time in the last 5 minutes. Let's put the spring bit on again for the 14th time in the last 5 minutes. Like that. Alright. Now, carefully flip this. What? Why is there another ribbon cable? Where? Oh my god, hang on. Before we do that, I think we need to connect these. So let's just carefully flip that out of the way and connect these. See it all right? is not going in how I planned. And when it does, it feels awfully loose. Oh, that might be why. Okay, next. It just slides in there, does it? It doesn't seem... Yeah, no, it does. Well, it's supposed to. Is it supposed to? Hey. It looks like it's supposed to come from the other way. I have to look at the instructions. No, it does come in from that way and it does sit like that. Okay. Because when you put it in, it doesn't push all the way in. And something just fell. I'll worry about it in a minute. Okay. So now we put this carefully, like so. Yeah. And that will hold. Why is it not going down? Am I missing something? Is there a spot? Ah, there we go. Okay. So we need to put a screw in it. What screw? A gold. I'm sitting here running out of gold screws. And that one in there. We're almost there. Ah. Now, this piece that I didn't know what to do with last time appears to go here. You can see a little thing for it. We want to just clip it on. Clip it on. Just clip it on. Clip it on. Clip. Just clip, clip, clip it on. There we go. We're good. And then that goes like yay, maybe. Does that go in the battery compartment? That's my question. It doesn't show you. It does. Okay. So you want it to go along. There's a little bit here to guide it in. You want it to go in there, and then push it. Go in there, then push it down, like so. It should hold it like that. Alrighty, we're getting somewhere. There's a battery. We want to put the battery in with that. Push it down. And then finally, connect the battery. Probably not using conductive tweezers is a better idea. But here we go. Alright, the battery is in. We should be able to squeeze these together and have a Joycon button. The buttons work. Alright, I'm going to put this piece back. It's one of those weird tri-head ones in here, and I've completely stuffed two of the screws before with the, that's not going to work, with the old kit. It was off AliExpress. That bad quality, it just stripped them trying to do it. So I'm going to have to get some more screws. I actually have some. Whether or not they'll work, I don't know. Completely screwed. Alright, bear with me 1 second. I have got a box of screws. Check. To see if any of these will fit. That looks like a possible. No, that's slightly bigger. That one. So we need to go back to Phillips and we'll try the new screws. See if they work. I got them off AliExpress. I get everything off AliExpress. It wasn't much though, it was only like $4, $5, a whole box of screws. And they work perfectly. So, I highly recommend if you need to get some screws, jump on Ali's, get some. Or if you prefer, support your local guy and do it that way. The choice is yours. This one doesn't seem to be going in though. I'm concerned why. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, right. The big moment. Put that back. Put that back. Back that put. That. Got that. We will get the blue one. We will get a switch. Hopefully it's got power. It has got power. Let me just get rid of that light that's alright. We got the switch. Let's try this side. 1. Moment of truth. 2. Seems to be working. Fully charged. I believe we are successful. So thanks for stopping by.